The Green Horizons Rain Harvesting System project is an educational program. We're making sure that the kids have the awareness of how to use water and save water.
5 years ago we started planning and then installed this system here, which collects the rainwater from the roofs.
Think about how much water we are flushing every time we flush the toilet. 2.5 gallons of clean, drinkable water are being wasted every time somebody is putting down the handle. Instead of wasting fresh water, drinkable water, we're putting rainwater back in the system.
Rain falls off on the roof and it goes into these tubes that lead to pipes, and the pipes take the water into big containers, and there they move through a filtering process. And then the water is used in our bathroom, and instead of fresh water, we're flushing the toilet with water that we collect from the rain.
Those systems are actually saving us 95% of the water consumption of the school during the year. The kids have the awareness that it's an easy solution, and we did it. We actually saved thousands of gallons of water, and it was so easy, we can do it later on as adults, in our homes, in our offices. We are making a change.
In Israel, we are the leaders of the treatment of sewage water in the world. So in Upper Galil, we collect all the sewage of this area in this reservoir. And after treatment, the water from the reservoir can irrigate more than 600 acres. We have to collect every drop of water, and we have to recycle all the water that we can use again.
Here in the north, we have to secure our agriculture, even during very severe droughts in this region, which is something that is very common. We have to develop new water resources. This well is a new water resource, the deepest water well in Israel and probably all over the world.
Shamir water for us, it's kind of a miracle. A water with a high temperature that we can heat up with no cost, that may be used for agriculture, such as raising fishes in ponds, growing vegetables and fruit. The idea is to heat up the plant and get the trees blooming to get fruit in the market much earlier. Instead of July, we may be there in the market at the beginning of May, just because of the miracle of Shamir water.
Finding the source of thermal water here in the Hula Valley really brings the benefit for the whole country. Several industries will use it. I mean, we have a tourism industry, a spa industry, and also agriculture industry. We provide jobs for people. We are bringing the Upper Galilee back into the fish industry. Everyone is looking at us and everyone's expecting that we will kick in strongly in the next few years because of this big advantage that we were able to find under the soil, very deep.
What we're trying to do is study the environmental problems facing the Middle East. One of the areas that is most problematic from a regional perspective is water. We conduct the science that is necessary to understand how badly polluted the water is, and then to promote programs for effective treatment and reuse of this water. Like most of Israel's water sources, the Hebron-Besor-Beersheba watershed originates outside of Israel's borders. We're here in Israel in the northern Negev, and behind me what you see is the southern West Bank. The problem that we're facing is large amounts of wastewater that is being channeled into the system untreated. It's in the West Bank that the problem of this untreated wastewater originates, mostly being generated in and around the city of Hebron, flowing from the West Bank, crossing the border, the Green Line, into Israel. The current situation between Israelis and Palestinians precludes the ability of the Israeli government for actually implementing a wastewater management program to treat this wastewater. It clogs up pipes, it prevents plant growth. This river actually flows above one of the most important sources of groundwater, which Israel and the Palestinians use for drinking. Here in the Bedouin sector, as you can see behind me, the river is used as an informal dump site. Dead animal carcasses are thrown and dumped into the river. Less than 5 miles from Batin, we are here in Beersheba at the Beersheba River Park. The water behind us is the untreated wastewater, again originating in the West Bank, crossing the Green Line, flowing into the Negev, through the Bedouin sector, all along the way picking up different types and qualities of wastewater, and finally here flowing through the heart of Beersheba. Our work in this river is being sponsored by the JNF Parsons Water Fund. The funding allows us to develop a regional approach to improving the situation here, bringing both Israelis and Palestinians together to sit down and discuss jointly the best options so that both sides and the environment are no longer suffering. The river connects us. Water ignores political borders, flowing through communities. Through cleaning up the Beersheba, Hebron, Besor watershed, we have a real chance of fulfilling the vision of JNF as well as that of the Israeli government in making the Negev a viable, attractive place for people to come and live here, to make a life for themselves, whether they be Israelis or those looking to move to Israel from abroad. We have a chance, with the support of JNF, to actually make this vision a reality.
I want to thank JNF donors for this system, but for the entire project at working with the school and helping us change how we teach and what we do.
Today, donors of JNF putting their fingers right in the center of the problem and making a change.
This is a very unique opportunity that we have thermal water in the north of Israel, and we want to maximize what we can do with it. Thanks to your help, JNF, we were able to fund all this experiment that you see around. We still need the support for the second stage that we're looking at. There's a lot of challenging experiments that if we'll prove them right, advantage will grow much bigger. Without JNF, we'll not be able to be where we are today.